Hello everyone, my name is Chris, and today we'll be continuing playing the Decisive campaign Ardennes Offensive, and now we are in day 2 during the daytime phase, which is around 6, if I remember correctly. Now, during the last time, the AI tried to move 37 tank battalion out of this area, which is in a city. Oh, let me just check. Where's the hex? Yeah, Lezey. Try to move it from Lezey, but as we can see, there is no more tanks there. This is a tank battalion without tanks. There is just 170 rear area units, so this is mostly considered cooks, drivers, as low quality units. And as well, like if you see here, there's lots of battalions of there's lots of battalions which are low value. Now the most power at the moment is considered in the south, whereas our 111th division and 113, if I remember correctly, 113 Panzer Brigade. This Panzer Brigade, okay, this is a brigades, Panzer Brigades. What we need to do is, I think, continue pushing forward and just clear that area. Now, before we start, I want to definitely mention a few things. So if we just zoom in and then we look at a feature which is integrity. Integrity is a table of equipment. So if you have 100 value of table of equipment, which means you have your full equipment. At this moment, for example, artillery, 119 artillery regiment have half, a little bit more than a half of what the value should have. Now it's 1944, so this is totally expected. That our units will not have full table of equipment, but if the table of equipment is below 20%, the unit will break when panicked, which means, if you lose a battle, you lose units, it's gonna disappear, like some of those units we already, that they disappeared and they panicked. Some of our units have good table of equipment, so 50% I would consider good. So most of those units have a good table of equipment. Yeah, 68. Okay, so we don't know about that enemy, but if we see readiness, they're not ready to fight. Those are not. Yeah, they have low morale, but the morale will be speaking about different time. So table of equipment, when we start going here, oh yeah, this is 95, so this is the most ready unit. I think I have 100% table of equipment. I think I used it once. But when we start going south, this table of equipment is just 30%. Then our anti-air 94, okay, it is 72. 29, which means there's no much here. What we're supposed to have in this Abteilung is really self-propelled guns. We're supposed to have 14 ideally, and 5 trucks, and then 2 heavy flags. Now we have just 4. So if they go into combat and they, let's say, lose Nachtrupp and then 3 trucks, I think this unit will shatter, even though it have still Jagdpanzer force in it. And when we go here, it's the Panzer Brigade headquarters have a quite high table of command because it have stab units. Now the stab units don't have as much value, and it's better you have them, so you have better stab. And then, but when we go here, battalion of 2111 Panzer Regiment have only 35% of the integrity. So when we go here, even though these units didn't fight yet as much, they slowly starting to getting, maybe not tired, but they don't necessarily see the reason to hold on. Now they will, defend the Reich and as much as possible. But this is just something which is quite interesting, because we need to really start using those units, transfer south, and then just combine as many units as possible. You just stick in this defense. Now we defend mostly in the cities, but if you look at this city, oh, just click here again. Come on, yeah. In Henamenil, the units are stacked against us, so I suppose they will attack next turn. There's lots of squishy units on planes, so as well, what we need to do is to just move our artillery. Now, another feature which I wanna show you is every single commander. Yes, they have their stats, they gain the points, but as well, they have their organization, but they have a combat bonus. So depends on the on the skills and on the experience. They will gain the combat bonus, which comes from the headquarters into the units, and in sorry, into the headquarter units when it's in battle itself. Also, you have officer staff ratio and your staff troop ratio. Now, officer staff ratio is how much officer can take over the control. So, if in the best of my knowledge, now you can correct me if I'm wrong, is how many regiments this division can have. But staff troop ratio is how many units in general this unit can have. So if this value go below 1, then we probably start getting some penalties. Now at the moment is 122. Now 11 Panzer is 134, even that have a little bit more units under its command. But when we go here in 113, it's 3.74, and when we go with 111, it's 3.61. Now, so those commanders can get under their control much more units. Now, I think if the table of command is fuller, you know, that there's a full ready units, that this staff troop ratio start going down. So I think this is affected as well. I think in table of equipment as well, the value. But what we want to do is we definitely want to move certain commands. Is that the same commands? Yes. Okay, so that's the same. That's the same. But now this Flakabteilung, its command is over here. Now what we want to do, if we can simply change this command of the unit. Let me just check here. Oh, this is just to change the color. I'll go here. Oh yeah, it's here. Sorry. If you go in a unit detail sidebar, you can change the command of the unit. So let's just go back to the flag, and we will change it to 113th because it's much closer to the command of that. And now if you check 113th unit, yeah, go back to officer. Yeah, this value start going down, but our Abteilung is definitely under the new command. And another thing is that unit, which is 209th Panzer Pioneer Battalion, which is Engineer Battalion, we might change as well to 113th, because what we want to do, we definitely want to send them south. So we just to start gathering units. Now 11 Panzer, it's still strong. If you look at the officer, you know, I think he had 1.37 or 1 point something, and now he have much more value because we relieved units from under his command. Now let's just go through the stats. So as you can see, we having around 6.7 thousand units now. Allies got some units extra, around 300 units value. So as you can see, they definitely got some reinforcements. Yeah, this got 600. They got definitely some infantry, but as well, like generally units wise, they got definitely something. I assume tanks. They definitely got some tanks or some artillery in there. Now, another thing is we will go through our reports quickly. So around conditions, it's still misty and it's supposed to be misty, but as we know, the weather can change because the prediction have some mistake value. Now supplies, 3,338 supplies, so nothing new. Now fuel, 5,000. Victory conditions. So we have all the victory points. As you can see here, we have 102 points, so it's a major victory if we can hold it until 29th of September 1944 until midnight. Now, if we look at the losses, our losses is around 298 power points value, and the enemies 836. So definitely, they tried to attack us through this river and they failed, especially with the tanks, because that's cost a lot. That's a 5 points per piece, and there's much more units here. There's another here, M5s. So that was across the river. So it's howitzers, M4 howitzers, and some GIs. Yeah, this definitely cost them to stay that, to keep that unit in this hex, in Juvelize, and we cut them off around here. Anything else? Victory conditions we talked, yeah, and political points rewards. So we have a lot. So we're gaining lots of points. Let's just use some cards. Now, can we build a depot? Let's just check, can we build a depot? The only depot we can build is here. So there is not really a point because yes, I have the supply point. Now the medium supply is in here. And then I don't see a point to putting minor depot just here. I don't see it. Maybe it's needed. Maybe I'm not realizing something. Now we definitely want some replenishments. So again, some Panzers, some Panzerschrecks, and Panzer IV, always needed because we need our table of equipment. And we definitely will go for some supplies. 5,000 supply. We have lots of points to spare. I don't think we're gonna get the fuel because if we look here and supply source, yeah, we have still loads of supply. Sorry, lots of fuel, but we will keep gaining the supply because we definitely need it. Okay, let's just go and start moving the units now. So last time I panicked because the Team Edwards and the 51st Armored Infantry Battalion start moving through this road. But I think if we start putting pressure by 11th Panzer, they will have to withdraw. Because if they continue through this road, they're gonna reach the river, and there is battalion of 1126 and with some anti-tanks units waiting for them. So I'm not necessarily scared. So I think what they're gonna do, and we're gonna start moving the units, is the battalion of 1125th. We're just gonna move here and hope there's nothing there. No, it's okay. So we definitely seeing what's on the road. Now, if we try to attack with those units, it's 2-1. So I don't feel like this is a good exchange. Now we have our artillery and they are in light forest. Okay, these are in plains, but these are mostly, again, Team Allen is loads of tanks. These are planes. Okay, so we definitely can try to shoot those guys. I don't think there will be a problem here because this is rear units and this is just leftovers. So let's just shoot our artillery. I'm just checking, are they all in range? This is very important because sometimes certain units, for example, 12 centimeter howitzer can be in range, but 105 might be not, and that's why will not participate in action. So you can see that that the defenders, how many guns we're gonna shoot, and how many is motorized. So yeah, let's just shoot and see. We don't necessarily know what happened there, but we just see the tracks because it's missed. We just shoot there. We not necessarily know what will happen, but I think the readiness went down and they lost 2 points. Yeah, because we cannot see the points because we just have 19 recon and there is 4 just there. We not necessarily see what happened there. Another thing is we're not gonna move those units. All right, so 1126th battalion of it gonna stay where it is. Now we have 1127, so we have it here and here. And what we're gonna do thing is just we're gonna move southwards. Now what's here? Some tracks. So who's better to attack the tracks? I think we're gonna use this battalion for our range attack. Let's see. Okay, we got some track. Oh yeah, some tracks and some jeeps. So the enemy is less and less mobile. What I wanted to kill is mostly this AA, because that can shred our units now. But we will go back to this unit at the end. Now let's just continue with 11th Panzer. So battalion of 111th. I think we're just gonna send south, and we're gonna attack this unit. Now, why I can only attack ranged? Not sure. I just wanna normal attack. Oh, this unit can attack. Okay. Okay, so we'll use another 111th to just finish this off. It's 13-1, so I don't think there will be any much of losses. So yeah, we got lost some PanzerGrenadiers, but we took out the whole unit. So there's nothing in the backline now. Now can we move here and attack again? Yeah, we can. Okay, so it's 31-1. Yep, and we destroyed this unit completely. So yes, we are in plains, but we connected this major road. This is a dirt road, if someone doesn't know. This is maybe not major road, but this is the usual road, I would say. Like this is an asphalt already. Okay, let's just continue. So what we have here, we have some AA battalion. What we want to do is we want to attack it, definitely. And we want to use some tanks. Panzer regiment. Yeah, let's see if we, without Panzer yeah, sorry, without our recon unit. We can attack it. So let's just go 38-1. I hope I don't lose any tanks. Yeah, I lost one. Don't know who came. I think one of the rear units had to throw the grenade at them. But yeah, we just lost one tank and we wiped out most of the unit. Yeah, they just moved back. So what we want to do is we don't see anything here. I think we want to move our tanks forward. Well, let's finish this off. So 100 forward, and can we attack? Yes, 9-1. Yep, so this is completely shattered. Now can we go forward? Okay, I think I'm gonna risk it. Okay, so we know what's here. Do we know what's here? And no, I risked it, but yeah, we took the Bezench. Now Sunray is another place where we wanna use our units. So let's just go here. And let's just try to get into the city. Okay, so the city is empty again, because I just took a gamble that there were units here and the units here. So as you can see, we definitely are in a flank of this unit of the 116 Combat Engineer Battalion. And they're on a hill, but we are in a city, so we are really big defensive value. There is not easy for them to attack us. Now we might move 11th Panzer forward to the city. We might move flag forward, and we might move our tanks thing here. Oh, Panzer Regiment, 15 Panzer Regiment forward. Yep. So now, if you can see, we start, gaining lots of troops in here. Now, another Aufklare, which is our recon unit. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play the recon card on them. Just see Aufklare. This one? Is there any other Aufklare? I think it's 11th. Yeah, it's 11 Aufklare here. Okay. Let's just play the card on them. And just move them to the city. There's enough stack. Let's just see, can we go one forward to see what's there. Okay. So yeah, we can see that there is Tank Destroyer Battalion and the Team James. Are they on planes? Yes. Okay. So what we're gonna do is, before we fall back, is we wanna use our artillery, and we will use it from the city. Oh, but we cannot shoot it. Okay, that was a mistake. That's a mistake, but we'll still have an evening to use it. Now 110th don't need to defend that that side. So I think what we're gonna do, we would start sending the pioneer battalions downwards with AA. Then we're just gonna replace this unit here. Yeah, with some anti-tank. Do we wanna continue anti-tank here? Might. They have any tanks? Yeah, we might use it here. It says no return fire, but we already went with the trap once. Definitely these howitzers can shoot us back. No. Anything else? Those units have some mortars. I think we can just use the range attack on them. Is anything? Nothing. It was still was a good try. And did this have Grille? Okay, so we definitely want to use the Grille if we cannot go forward. Nothing. Okay. Our Vespa, we definitely want to move forward. I was thinking of Vespa to just start sending them here. To just maybe put it here, and then this is all in planes, and this is all anti-tank units. There's lots of anti-tank here, lots of infantry. So this is a squishy target for us. So let's just try to use our mobility, and let's just go into the city. I think 91 and have 13. Okay. So we're gonna stay in the city. We have good defensive values, and we will. I think we're gonna stay in a march mode, because I think these units first will be attacked. Maybe we'll go out of march mode, then we can still shoot. I think so, yeah. Okay, so this is fields, plains. Plains, okay. I think they have mortars. No. This is pretty close. Let's just see what's gonna happen. Nothing. Okay. Maybe there is something happen, we just don't see. Maybe I shoot in the wrong unit. Okay. Yep, so as you can see, we definitely secured those cities. So the cities behind us, which are our objective, are secured as well. Now what I'm gonna do is I transfer both of those units to 113th. So all the 110th a part of 113th. Now let's see 113th is it's not overstacked. No, it's still not overstacked. And now what we want to do with 113th is I think we need to keep sending troops downwards. We have some tanks, we have some AA. What's missing here? We have some tanks, have some infantry, and we have 113th. What can attack us? I don't think we need Panzerjägerabteilung. We just need more infantry. Tanks. What we are able to send, that's the question. Send tanks. Tanks. This still in... Oh, okay. So this unit will be transferred to 111th. Okay, so as you can see, that's how you do the transfers. Now, can we attack them? 8 to 1. They have bazookas, other type of equipment. 2 to 1. 9 to 1. Let's just try. I think if we punish those units, they're not gonna attack south. So we lost some infantry, Sicherung. So Sicherung is pretty weak unit in general. We lost some Panthers, unfortunately. Some flak, some 250s, and one mobile wagon. Okay, so that's not good. Mobile wagons are mobile AA platforms. We just killed 40 GIs, 50 GIs, some trucks, bazooka, MG truck, and 81mm mortar. That didn't pay off, definitely. We pushed it off, but our values, supply values are low. And so attack modifiers are down. Oh, might be because they were okay when we were, during attack. Maybe they lowered because we attacked once already. What's this stack? I think we're gonna move this all the way here. We might continue pushing. Might be the next round. And we just will leave one unit of 110th regiment. We'll leave one. Sorry, when you leave one battalion in Lezey, we just continue taking that hill. If we take that hill, then we can maybe reach the Arracourt. And yeah, we're gonna probably stop here and try to go here around. If we have this plateau, this hill again, we're gonna know what's going on here. So it will be quite useful to know what's going on in the valley. Cannot approach it from this way. We can approach it from the southeast. Just a strategic map. So as you can see, we definitely, we cover as much as possible. It's just this area I worry about. But we pushed northeast here from Lezey and Lezey forward. So we definitely creating some pressure over those units. So maybe those units transfer here. Maybe they will try to go here. There is one unit to just stop it or fall back if we have to. And then wait for reserves. I think any more cards we want to play? I don't think so. Let's just double check. No, we don't need any fuel or bridges, anything like that. Now, if you still know, I'm still not sure about the tracks column, but I'm start reading it. I think the track column is to move units on the tracks from point A to B faster. I think. I'm still reading the manual. But if anyone knows, just let me know what's the units for. I think let's just close the round, just see what happened. Hopefully they're not gonna do anything tricky. Let's just pause it. I'll play it in a moment. So there are some units moving. Okay, we got lost one flag from artillery. RSO, nothing. Lots of artillery. Wow, there's loads of artillery. Okay, there's more artillery. This crossroad. Hello. Oh yeah, we've been pushed. So eventually they attacked us with a lot of units. And what we killed is 40 engineers, 10 rear units. So M3 half tracks, bazookas, moderate tracks, 2 tanks, and 1 Easy 8. Okay, there's 1 Steward and 1 Howitzer, but we lost 180 PanzerGrenadiers, 12 Panzer IVs, 10 251s, and pack. Wow, okay, Grille multi. Okay, so with that, these units definitely need to fall back to Mokart. I think we need to send some units here now to just defend, because these units need to just leg it now. And we kind of knew this gonna happen. Oh yeah, so we got attacked by Team Adam, and they lost 70 GIs and 2 bazooka units, and we lost nothing. The movement, I think, is much easier to play in a normal mode. Okay, so it's Team Steward. Yeah, they're really pushing that way. I'm not sure, can we get our unit out of there? I think it's good we push with 11 Panzer. Just play it now. Easier for us to do the moves. Okay, the attack we went through. Just the movement points. The most important, because I think it looks better if you looks clearer when those units move on its own. Yeah, Team Steward. Okay. Engineer. Start the turn. So round 7, there's afternoon now, and still missed. And we got 102 occupied on the map, and 3 for Allies casualties. Now they definitely, ramp up the casualties of PanzerGrenadiers. So we had, I think, 298 units, points lost last round. 17 Panzer IVs. Wow, that's a lot of Panzer IVs. 552 points, and the enemy's 1068. So they definitely, yes, they lost around 300 points, and we lost 300 points. Let's see the stats. Yeah, so our units getting depleted, and they just slightly, but we're getting closer and closer. You can see here that they definitely casualties sustained. Yeah, they sustain more casualties, but I think this will go up next round. I hope you liked it. We're gonna check them up later in the next episode. I hope you like it. If you enjoyed it, please put a like. You can always put a comments. There's lots of things which are still reading through the manual. If you can help me with knowing what this card means, I would be appreciated. Or any advice. Maybe I'm pushing too far, or maybe this unit is just dead now. Let me know in the comments. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the day, and see you next time. Bye bye.